What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with part 3 of the Married to Medicine reunion. You guys, we finally made it to the end of Married to Medicine season 11. But before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss Married to Medicine Season 11 Reunion Part 3, shall we? Okay, you guys, so I don't expect to be on here too long because honestly, they should attack Part 3 onto Part 2 because what did we really get from Part 3? Because we picked up where Part 2 ended. Remember, the men are on stage, right? They're talking about Quad, they're talking about Dr. G, they're talking about King and all that kind of stuff, and even Letitia, right? They're talking about them. And you remember backstage, Dr. Simone and Quad got into it when Curtis chimed in and was like, you know, last season when Dr. G was talking about his marriage to Letitia, his relationship with Letitia, Quad was on the show. Quad didn't have anybody. So this season, Quad came with King, and you know, she was just, you know, talking about her relationship with her man. And remember, fuck you, you shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up, and all that kind of stuff, right? So Dr. Simone says to Quad that she got her karma, and I was like, her karma? I mean, y'all know Quad ain't my favorite person on this cast, but her karma? Don't you think that's a little haste? Like, don't you think that's excessive? Her karma? Her karma. So then, you know, Dr. Jackie and Letitia got got Simone out of there and got her to her dressing room, right? So then we see Dr. Mimi and Toya talking to Quad. Toya, you talking about, you know, at least she said it to your face. Girl, what? Because then Quad was like, that was dirty. That was dirty. Quad, not Quad, but Toya's like, that's not dirty. I'm like, ma'am, that is dirty. Imagine how you would feel if they did, if Eugene and you got a divorce and they brought Eugene's current wife on with you. Girl, you wouldn't be happy about none of this shit. And then Dr. Mimi, ma'am, I like Dr. Mimi, but I wanted you just to kind of sit down and kind of zip it and throw it away because it didn't really have nothing to do with you, right? So then we have Dr. Jackie, Simone, and Letitia in her dressing room. Letitia's trying to say something to not Jackie, but Simone. Then Jackie says to Letitia, you gotta go, get out. I'm like, look her lady. I would have cussed Jackie clean, slap, smooth the fuck out. I would have cussed Jackie out because no, you're not gonna son me. You're not gonna little girl me. Like, hell no, fuck that. So then we see Jackie and Simone, they're talking. Simone is saying, you know, she brings up my dad, but you were only there when the cameras were around. And I'm like, okay, but how many seasons ago was that, Simone? If you felt that way, you should have said something about it long before now and not waited until this moment to want to say something to Quad about it. But okay, right? Jackie is telling her to calm down. I was like, please calm down. This group of ladies, oh God, I just feel a way about the Married to Medicine girls because you can clearly see that these ladies, they're not, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to, more specifically, the doctors, right? I feel like they kind of look down on some of the wives. Well, not some of them, all of them. Let's just be real about it. I think they all look down on the wives. And that's just my interpretation. You guys will tell me what you think, right? Now, back on stage, we're still talking about the King, the Quad, the Dr. G, Letitia of it all, right? King says, you know, that, you know, when it comes down to Quad and Dr. G, she wasn't rude to him and she wasn't disrespectful to him. And I was like, okay, that's how he feels, right? I can't tell that man how to feel and how not to feel, right? If he feels that Quad wasn't being disrespectful or rude, then that's what he feels. But me personally, Quad didn't have to do, yes, she was drunk, right? But she didn't have to sit there and antagonize, because that's exactly what Quad was doing. She was being antagonistic. Y'all can disagree if you want to. That's fine. But she was clearly being antagonistic, right? Dr. G is saying that he feels like Quad was shitting on his marriage, and I was like, was she shitting on your marriage or was she shitting on you? Like I beg to differ about her shitting on your marriage, but hey, you know what, Dr. G, if you feel like she was shitting on your marriage, then she was shitting on your marriage in your mind. Then Andy asked him, like, why did you feel the need to tell King that you told Quad that she talks too fucking much? And Dr. G was like, it was just blatant stupidity. And I was like, I will absolutely agree with that. Why did you feel the need to tell that man that? And why did you feel the need to get up with that cigar in your hand and walk over to him? You know, everything that Dr. G did, it could have been, listen, let's be real. The whole situation could have been avoided, right? It could have been easily avoided. Quad didn't have to say nothing to Dr. G and Letitia, right? Dr. G didn't have to say nothing in response to Quad. Everybody could have just shut the fuck up and minded their business. But I think what we have here is a bunch of drunk ass motherfuckers on the trip, getting drunk, and just saying the first thing that comes to their mind, right? And I think so everything could have been avoided by every person. It's not just, we're not gonna say just Dr. G could have avoided this. We're not gonna say just Quad could have avoided this. Everybody could have avoided something in this whole ordeal, right? You guys may agree, you guys may disagree, right? It is what it is. So Andy asked him the question because he said, Dr. G, you were talking to Letitia and saying that this would have been a fight to the finish, right? Who do we think would have won? I mean, I think we all know the answer to that one. King would have won this fight. Period, point blank, right? But Dr. G was like, but if me and Letitia had to jump him, oh God, his voice. Oh God, his voice. And then it got worse as the episode went on. I was like, oh fuck. But eventually, because I watched it on my phone on Peacock, right? Eventually, I did this. I turned that volume down because I couldn't deal with it anymore, right? Oh, I couldn't deal with it. So then Andy asked Gregory about the way that he talked to Letitia when they got back from the trip, right? And Dr. Gregory says that he owes her an apology, right? King decided that he wanted to chime in. I was like, King, sir, I need you to mind your own business. Yes, it is wrong for Dr. G to talk to that girl that way, but that's his wife. Please mind your business. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Mind your damn business. Like, that's really what I wanted Dr. G to, not Dr. G, but I wanted King to do, right? So then the men are just talking to Dr. G, right? Because they're asking him, do he feel like he owes Quad an apology? He doesn't feel he owes Quad an apology, but then Dr. Eugene had to break it down to him like, here's what I'll say, because I'm going to say what Dr. Eugene said, but then I'm going to come back a little later because I have my feelings about it. Oh, this man proposed to his girlfriend and he dropped the ring in the water and had to go get a deep diver to go get the ring. Interesting. So, Dr. Eugene is basically telling Dr. G to be the bigger person, right? You guys may agree with that. You guys may disagree with it at the same time. Here's my stance. Well, no, I'm going to hold on to my stance and come back to it because I don't agree with, I don't believe in being a bigger person. I'm not the bigger person. I don't believe in that, right? If I feel a way, I don't apologize. Like, if I feel a way and I said what I meant, I don't apologize, right? I don't give a fuck who you are. If you come for me and I say something bad that you don't like or find, you don't like it, then you just don't fucking like it and I just don't give a fuck. Don't come for me and I keep saying I'm going to hold off on it until we get to it. I'm going to hold off on it until we get to it, right? Because again, I know people going to feel a way about what I say, but I don't give a fuck. But I mean, you guys, if you guys have been watching my channel for any length of time, you guys know how I feel about this type of situation. But again, we'll get to it in just a minute, right? Now everybody is back on stage, right? So Quad asked Simone, what does she mean by she's getting her karma? I too wanted to know the answer to that question, but I don't get it. But here's what Dr. Simone says. So Dr. Simone says to Quad that I always hear about what we did to you, but never what you did to us, right? And I'm like, okay, what are we talking about here? Like, I mean, are any of y'all perfect in this group? No. Have y'all said and done things about each other? Yes. But I honestly feel that if anybody in this group has the right to say, Quad has done this and this and this and this and this and this to me, it's Toya. It's not Simone. She was right there beside Anila trying to insinuate that Toya set up that robbery. So if anybody has any grievances with Quad, it would be Toya. She also called her husband Eugenia. So anybody who would have an issue would be Toya, not you, not Heavenly, not Jackie. None of y'all. None of y'all. Because even with Heavenly, Heavenly says stuff has talked about Quad and has had to apologize, which even in this scene, Heavenly apologized to Contessa, right? But then part one of the reunion, so Heavenly took a screenshot of Dr. Contessa's mouth, right? So I guess like her vulnerable teeth right here, they're brown. And so Heavenly was like she could use a cleaner or something like that, which I'm pretty sure as a doctor, the woman probably goes and sees a dentist. Babe, I wouldn't, I was thinking about going down to Atlanta when my braces come off because I want to, perfect my smile just a little bit more. And I was thinking about going to Heavenly, but honestly, at this point, I don't know that I will. I just know because I don't want them to shave my teeth down. Like my teeth are perfect, my teeth are fine. I just don't want them to shave my teeth down. Like these teeth, they're just uneven. Some of my teeth are uneven. That's all it is. But yeah, I don't know if I would want to go to Heavenly, right? So then Simone is saying that because Quad is like you said that those who are my karma, and y'all ushered them into the group. And Simone is saying we didn't usher them in because Cecil and Gregory have been friends, right? They remain friends, and I think that's the truth. I think everybody remained friends, but I think y'all also saw this as a good opportunity to fuck with Quad season 10. Let's just call it what it was, right? Y'all saw this as a good opportunity to fuck with the girl. And am I upset with these people? No. Do I like it? No. I'm not upset with it, and I don't like it either, right? But it is what it is, right? But Quad apologized for her outburst backstage, and Simone accepted it, right? And that's when Heavenly apologized to Contessa. So then Andy asked Quad, the way that you were talking on the couples trip, would you have done that if the rum wasn't involved, right? Like big, talking about King and you guys having sex 15 times a day. And so Quad says, well, I really wasn't doing that as a dig to Dr. G. I said, bullshit, Quad. Yes, you were. If he would just be open and if he would be honest about, would I do it again? No. But Quad, you were taking a dig, you were taking a shot, right? You were definitely taking a shot. Now, what I don't agree with is at one point, Dr. G was telling them how he felt, right? Let's be real. You guys may not like Dr. G. I don't care for Dr. G, right? But King and Quad, it felt like, especially Quad, it felt like they were invalidating what he was saying, how he felt, right? If that's how the man felt, that's how the man felt. You cannot tell a person how they feel. And that's period, point blank. Again, I'm not a Dr. G fan. I don't see that for Dr. G. That voice irks me. He irks me, right? But if someone is telling you how they feel, then you gotta be like, okay, that's how you feel. That's not what I was trying to do. That wasn't the intention, right? But then Dr. G also feels as if Quad was trying to be negative when talking about she left him. She said, I did leave you. She said, I wouldn't have brought that up if your wife didn't mention it. And I was like, this was the point where I was irritated because this whole segment was Dr. G and Quad. They also talked about the fact that when it comes down to King and Letitia, they're just innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire of Dr. G and Quad and their unresolved issues. Absolutely, right? But they went back and forth. Then Dr. Eugene chimed in at one point because he was like, if anybody on this stage says, because Andy brought up the way that he talked to Letitia in that scene, right? Dr. Eugene said anybody on that stage, if they say that it doesn't happen in their house, they're lying. And Heavenly says, Well, Eugene, my man don't talk to me like that. And the producers rolled that beautiful bean footage of which season was that? Was that last season? No, that was season. That was I think that was season 9. Was that season 9 or was that season 8? Because I feel like they were no. Was that the season where they were at Quad's old that townhouse? Or were they at some? You know what season? I know what season it was. It was a season where somebody came, one of them came with the shoes that had money in it, and I think that was Simone's tacky ass. They had the money shoes because they were out by the pool, and they were arguing, and I'm pretty positive that it was Heavenly and Toya arguing with each other, and Dr. Damon took Heavenly out and was telling in his Dr. Damon voice, "Buddy, don't do that." But it wasn't so soft at that point. He was going off on Heavenly. But Heavenly, you got production showed your husband do talk to you, you know. So go to hell, Heavenly, respectfully. Moving on, you guys. Moving on. So Gregory apologizes to Letitia for the comment, right? King, shut up. Like, what the fuck this got to do with you? You talking about that's not normal to talk to a person. Like, shut up, King. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Please and thank you, shut up. Then, y'all, this was the part of the episode where I turned my phone down. Andy said, Dr. G, I heard that you have something that you want to say. I said, no, he does not. And so he took that suit jacket off and that shirt. I said, oh my God. And he got to rapping that song. I said, fuck, 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 fuck. And I turned it down. Now, granted, it doesn't hurt that it hurts that I already heard it because somebody posted it on one of the blogs yesterday while the episode was. Because did I wake up and hear it this morning? Because I must have been really tired yesterday because I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta last night. Right, I was sitting on the couch. I laid down. Right, I woke up. Married to Medicine was getting ready to go off. Actually, no, scratch that. Married to Medicine had already gone off. Married to Medicine was going off, and Watch What Happens Live was coming on. So I'm pretty sure that was like almost 10 o'clock when I woke up on that couch. I was like, damn, I must have been really tired. So it must have been this morning when I heard Dr. G in that damn song. I was like, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. And that's really all we got, you guys. Now, Andy did ask the question of Letitia. Do she think that the four of them can move forward with the group, right? Letitia says yes. Quad says she doesn't know right now, but we'll see, right? And then the last 2 segments of the episode were bullshit to me, just waste of time. I think they were just trying to fill the last 15 minutes of the episode because it wasn't nothing. But that's it, you guys. I figured I wouldn't hit 20 minutes. I knew I wasn't going to hit 20 minutes. But that's it, you guys. Tell me what you guys thought about this season as a whole. For me, season 11, I don't think it wasn't that good to me personally. And then this 3-part reunion, they honestly could have kept this 3-part reunion. Actually, they could have condensed this 3-part reunion. It could have been 2 parts. Yeah, it could have been 2 parts. Well, actually, it could have been. Yeah, it could have been 2 parts. It could have been 2 parts with an extended. It could have been extended, right? They could have done part 1 and then they could have extended part 2 because literally, all we got in part 3 was the continuation of the argument with Quad and Simone. Then we get the couples on stage. Then. And we just talked about the Gregory, Letitia, Quan, and King stuff, and that was it. And then we moved on to the end of the reunion. They could have extended both parts. Part 1 could have been an hour and 15 minutes, and part 2 could have been an hour and 15 minutes. And we could have been done with this bullshit last week. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Season 12, they got some things to iron out. More specifically, they need to figure out what to do with Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie, and Letitia, and Quad. Mimi and Toya and Contessa, I'm kind of cool with them staying around. But these five over here, we gotta wiggle some things out with these five. I hit 20 minutes, but that's because I was just talking. But yeah, with these five, we gotta figure some things out over here with these five. These three are kind of good. Maybe we could like, maybe with like Simone, not Simone, but Contessa and Mimi, if they got doctor friends in Atlanta, let's bring them on. Let's usher in some new blood. But that's it, you guys. Tell me what you thought. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video. Until the next time, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.